Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Um, if you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning Sabi, welcome back. And for those that don't know who I am, my name is Kagelelo Mangwegape. And yo guys, before I even start this video, I would literally like to thank all my Sabis. Like, you guys have been riding it out with me, even though I disappeared from the face of the earth and I wasn't really giving you guys much content. You guys still stayed, and also I can see to all my viewers as well, like, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the support, and it really means a lot. So I don't know if I should tell you guys why I've been MIA, but just to say a bit, I've just been overwhelmed by a lot of things, school, life in jail, and then I just, you know, switched off and I just took some personal time out. But I can't do that high man do it right, and just ease back into life one day at a time, and that's literally what I've been doing. But we grind now, we're getting there, we're good, and yeah, things are actually coming together nicely. So um before I start this video, guys, please, Kakob, please don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. And please do not forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And do turn on your notifications so that you can be part of the notification squad. Yep. Yes. That would really mean a lot to me. Thank you guys. Please stay tuned if you want to find out more about what we're talking about. I feel like this topic that I want to talk about is something that I relate to a lot, and I feel like a lot of us really relate to it, and I just wanted to share so that somehow we can interact. You can also share your views on what you think about it, or you know so yeah, let's get into the video. Okay. um as the title already states, today we're going to be talking about learning to give until it stops hurting, right? There's a sermon I came across from a favorite pastor of mine from our church, and he was literally, breaking it down. Why does it hurt when we give? Like, why do we believe giving has to hurt? There's a saying that goes, you need to give. I think it's okay, I don't know, because I think some people, for me personally, I think it's absurd. It says you need to give until it hurts, and then it says it constitutes true love when you give until it hurts. I don't get it. Why is it supposed to hurt? Like, giving, loving, those things are not supposed to hurt, guys. They are not supposed to hurt one bit. So I just wanted to talk about this, and basically I'm going to be talking about giving and blessings and receiving blessings or asking for blessings. I'm going to talk about those two topics together because somehow, somewhere, I feel like they are intertwined, they're linked somewhere. So that is what I'll basically be talking about under the topic, you need to give until it stops hurting, right? And then, to start it off, God will never, God, He will never give you something you are not prepared for. He will not give you something He Himself has not prepared you for, right? You may be praying for a house, you may be praying for a job, you may be praying for a car. Well, some of you may be even praying for a relationship. But if you are not ready to receive whatever it is you're asking for in prayer, God will not give it to you. He will not grant you that blessing until you are ready. Because for me, I'd love to, I have this understanding, premature blessings can destroy you. Like, Sometimes you pray for a car and it's too early a blessing and something happens, you know, and it's not because people are wishing you bad, it's because you've been rushing God so much for that blessing that He gave it to you to show you that you were not ready for that blessing to start with. You were not ready at all, you know. So we need to be patient with God, guys. We need to learn to be patient. But anyways, also we need to understand that, right? Sometimes, ne, the absence of a blessing is not because it is denied, it is just delayed. But the delay is caused by the fact that the destination or the receiver does not have the capacity to receive the gift, right? Simply put, our readiness to receive a blessing is what determines when we get it or if we get it at the time. So you don't ask for something and not make space in your life to receive it. Right? I'm making sense, right? You do not pray for something. You do not go on your knees and say, God, I want a house. God, I want this. God, I want this. God, and you don't work for it. Because you'll never receive it at the time. You'll receive it the time God feels holy. Wait again. Yeah, no. Already, man, I can see she is ready for this blessing. It might be 10 years down the line, it might be 20 years down the line, and yet you are praying today, but you're only getting it 20 years from now. That is because 20 years from now is when you are ready to receive that specific blessing that you asked for. Because at that time, you've made space in your life to receive. You know, you've done away with things that you didn't need. You've given, guys. You gave away. You know, you made space, man. You know, and also when we draw to let me draw away from the blessing part. Let me pause it for a bit and come back to the giving side, right? Firstly, I'm gonna start off with something that my favorite pastor said, and it stayed with me since. Okay, focus. Okay, and it stayed with me since. He said, with the virtues that God has given us, sometimes the problem is not what we are viewing, but the problem lies within the lenses we are viewing it through. Right? So, right, let me repeat. I feel like I need to repeat this. Oh my god. Sometimes, like with the virtues that God has bestowed upon us, sometimes the problem isn't what we are viewing, but the lenses through which we are viewing it through. So, in essence, it just says that we tend to look at things with through the lens of jealousy, through the lens of suspicion, through the lens of hatred, and that is where the problem starts. That is where the problem lies. You are not viewing things the way you're supposed to be viewing them, you know. So so I'll make an example. For instance, at church we give offerings, right? We give offerings, we give tithe and whatever, we pay and whatever, and you get that you are looking at it through the lens of suspicion because you feel like you're being exploited. You know, why am I giving? Why am I giving? Because I can't why I'm giving. Like, you know, we even end up saying, okay, there are pastors who actually, but I'm not going to dwell into that. I'm not going to dwell into that. But there are people that literally exploit their church members. But it is not everyone, guys. It's not every pastor that is going to exploit you. But because we're looking at things through the lens of suspicion, it just it ruins the idea of giving for us, you know. And then okay, and we end up justifying why we don't want to give or why we don't want to be charitable anymore. You'll be saying things like, okay, let me just put this book here because I feel like if it's here, it's better. Anyways, you end up feeling like, I'm giving, people are not grateful, I'm giving, I'm giving. And then people say, give until it hurts. It is not supposed to hurt. It is not supposed to hurt, guys. And then here's something that I want to read. It says, those who give from their heart never complain about what happens to what they have given because they weren't given to achieve a certain result, which is true. How do I put this? You shouldn't give because you want something in return, right? I'm not gonna go ahead and gift a person because I want them to give me back. I'm doing it because it is from the heart, because I want to give. I want to gift you. I want to do this. I want to do that. That is why I'm doing it, right? And you find that we are so attached to things, and that is why it hurts when we have to give. We are so attached to material things, guys. We are so attached to our clothes. We are so attached to imali. Like, you're attached to that car. You're attached to that. You're attached to that house. You're attached to this. You're attached to that job. And yet you're asking God, God, I want another job. But you are not trusting Him to give the moment you let go. Because you are so attached, you don't want to let go. You want the best of both worlds, and you cannot have the best of both worlds. You need to make space in your life for things that you want. Guys, vacuum clean, spring clean. Wait again. Say that, tata that. Literally, if it means you need to filter, bona, take out the trash, take every day spring clean, do it. Because it is for your own benefit. Nothing is gonna change if nothing changes. I like that quote actually. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Like, it's one of the quotes I literally live by, and it keeps reminding me, if I don't do something about a certain situation, then nothing's gonna happen, So, also, yeah, I just genuinely think we need to move past this thing, give until it hurts, love. If love doesn't hurt, it's not real. Move past that thing because it is not supposed to hurt, right? You need to learn. You need to teach yourselves to give willingly, to give freely without attachment, to give without expecting something in return, to give without it having to hurt. Learn how to give until it stops hurting, guys. And then, like I've already said, that pain, the indication of pain really indicates that you are way far, like you are far away from the concept or the idea or the ideal of giving, right? Because it doesn't make, for me, it literally doesn't make sense, right? And then okay, most of these things I've already said all these things, right? Guys, I think as I'm nearing the end of my video, learn, like, we block our own blessings. I just want to say, we block our own blessings because we do not want to make space for them, like, to receive those blessings in our lives. So we hold on to things, we hold on to things that God keeps telling us to let go of. Let go of that relationship, let go of that man, let go of that woman, let go of those friends, let go of those clothes, let go of the idea of just hoarding onto talent and not sharing what you have with other people. Let go of this house because you want another house, and God will give it to you the moment you detach. Like the moment you practice not being attached to things, right? Stop being attached. Like it's easier said than done. I'll admit it is easier said than done, but it is a learning process. It is something that we need to learn, something that we need to teach ourselves to live our lives without having to be attached to things, because with attachment we block what we deserve, right? You pray and you are like, God, I want that job. Like sometimes it's not even hore. You want a new job and you're holding on to another job. It's just there are certain elements in your life that you're holding on to. It could literally be anything, guys. It could literally be anything. It could be something that you wouldn't even think it's the one that's holding you back in life, right? So we need to just assess our lives, do some self-introspection and do some spring cleaning in our lives, guys. We need to get rid of things that we don't need anymore so that we have the capacity to receive, because you do not pray for rain and sit around and say God will provide. When you pray for rain, you need to go out into your field and prepare it to receive the rain, because God will send the rain when He is ready and when He sees that you are ready. Okay. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I got disturbed. But as I was saying, lastly, I just wanted to say that if we are going to be conduits of grace, right, we need to let go of this idea that everything that is worth having is worth getting hurt for, is worth feeling painful. We need to let go of this idea that everything has to hurt, right? Let go, let go. Learn, teach yourself that giving, loving, being like just being normal, being a normal, like guys, even breathing, being alive is not supposed to hurt, right? If you are meant to receive something, work for it, make space for it in your life, get rid of things that you don't need, right? Because God will never grant you. You know the saying, there's also this other quote that I like. It says that when grace locates you, it breaks protocol, right? If it's your time, Betunana, like if it is your time to be blessed by God and you've made that space in your life, you've trusted in God, you've prayed about it, and you've been patient, it doesn't matter if you're at the bottom of the list, at the back of the line. God will move you above and beyond, because it is your time and nothing will stop Him from giving you what you deserve. Okay? So yeah, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for Thank you guys so much for tuning in here. And if you really haven't liked, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe actually, and don't forget to share this video. And if you are not yet subscribed, that's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say. If you're not yet subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much, guys. Until the next video, have a lovely week.